What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1. I am back with the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 9. Baby, I don't know the name of this episode. I don't know. Leak what you speak, tangle. Baby, I don't know. All I know is all these hoes piss me off. Okay? Even big back, fat neck ass Sharice. Okay? Because why you talking about the lady? Okay, y'all know where I stand with Stacey. Even though y'all know I like Stacey. However, and I know Stacey lies. I'm not even disputing that. I'm aggravated with when you find out it's nothing. Y'all come up with something else. And it's this constant pile on that y'all constantly doing with Stacey. And at this point, Kiana can go. She can take Angel with her. Y'all can take Ashley and Giselle. Because once again, Giselle is starting mess. And everybody else want to fight for, want to fight for her. Want to cake for her. And she let them. Wendy is the only one that just have Stacey's back at this point, because even with Tia, what the fuck is your problem with Stacey? Like, you don't even have a problem with Stacey. None of these people have a problem with Stacey. They are creating an issue because they've gotten together again without Wendy and said Stacey is going to be our target. Anyway, so the episode picks back up with Kiana screaming, and Giselle had the entire motherfucking nerve to say Stacey isn't to be trusted around husbands or children. Bitch, you got some nerve. After all the bullshit you pulled over the years about people and their husbands, girl, I'm sorry, y'all. That probably would have been my last day, because Stacey, you a better woman than me, because not only would I have cussed them hoes out, I would have just turned in my badge to HR, because I would have rolled on them hoes. You understand me? I'm just saying. Like, again, Stacey is, she be lying about stuff. I get it. And I'm not saying that she don't lie. That's not what I'm saying. But this has to be the worst. Anyway, Stacey was like, listen, call the person that is making all the accusations. So Sharice's ugly ass decided she wanted to call Chris Samuels, and she asked him about the conversation that Monique was having with the ladies, and somebody came up to him and told him X, Y, and Z. He said he don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Okay? And he didn't want to be in the middle of the bullshit. So even after that, Giselle, Ashley, Tia still decided to say that they don't believe her. It is insane. At this point, it has to be some type of mental health issue with these hoes. Like, it is not that serious. Anyway, Kiana said, how would he know? As if Chris Samuels is lying, because of course she felt like Stacey is lying. Stacey said, at this point, these hoes don't believe me. She didn't say it like that, but I'm just saying, she just, basically, these bitches don't believe me. So again, why am I even explaining myself? Girl, fuck them. So Sharice tells the rest of the ladies that her and Stacey went out some time ago, and she was talking, there were some guys that were flirting. They was doing some flirting. And one guy mentioned, oh, y'all look good together. And Sharice was like, oh, he married. And so Stacey said, what that got to do with me? And I was just looking at Sharice like, girl, shut the fuck up. I really was trying not to curse at I really was trying. But I'm sorry, I can't. So Giselle decided to tell Wendy that Angel still have smoke for her. Again, Angel, you are an exhausting bitch. Okay, you are very exhausting. Okay, like, I would just whoop your ass on GP. Just because. All right. So she tells Wendy, she says Wendy doesn't treat her right. And Wendy tells her, look, this is a one-sided beef. I don't have a problem with you. You have a problem with me. And at this point, this is Angel's problem. We really don't care no more. Angel felt like that Wendy was gaslighting her. And it's just like, Angel, really? So Angel and Kiana, we're still having this conversation about the whole catfish deal. Angel and Kiana says that Wendy started the entire conversation. And Wendy was like, I didn't start this conversation. I didn't start the catfish conversation. Stacy was like, it was Giselle who started the catfish conversation. Giselle admitted to starting the catfish conversation, but Angel still wants to say that Wendy is being dismissive. So what? If she being dismissive, if she being gaslighted, you don't fuck with her. But you want to keep poking and poking and poking. Okay? And then here come Kiana's stupid, simple ass. Alright? So Stacey was like, oh, here come her Siamese twin. And she did. And she was right. So her and Stacey start to argue again. Kiana is just a loser at this point. In my book, this lady is a loser. And then Stacey was like, well, I got a husband, you don't. Hold up, Stacey. Now, I be with you until you start throwing Zeke in all these girls in that lady face. Okay? Please stop doing that. Because Timu, let's just be really, really clear. Timu, whatever moo, ain't no motherfucking prize. Okay? Please. I'm sick of the shit. So Stacey congratulates Giselle, and of course, Giselle is being a standoffish, raggedy ass hoe as she is, and she left. She was like, "Okay, I'm leaving." So as she goes to the elevator, Jassy walks up to Stacey and was like, "I haven't seen you since the wedding," and so Stacey was like, "Girl, I'm not welcome here." So Wendy goes up to Stacey and was like, "Why are you leaving?" And while that's happening, Giselle is already at the elevator, just trying to make matters worse. And she tells Stacey, "Why are you still here? I've already pressed the elevator for you." Stacey was like, "But I've already pressed the elevator. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Giselle can go too. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot. Y'all don't even have to fucking bring Karen back. Okay? I am over it. I am, y'all. I absolutely am. Alright? So, Angel Raggedy, rat mouth, stupid looking ass decided let me calm down. Angel decided she wanted to go up to Bobby and said, I told you I was going to tell her. Girl, shut up. Who, child, girl, you so lame. And she decided to tell Bobby with his fine, cute self. I really have been looking at Bobby that Wendy was rude. Fine, girl, whatever. It is what it is. So we see Stacey and Timu the next day. Timu, whatever. And basically they're not labeling anything. They're just going with the flow of things. They don't want to confuse Arabella. And Arabella just basically think it's cool that her mama selling gummy bears. Okay? Arabella, just don't eat your mama gummy bears. Okay? Please don't. So Sheila in her wig is back smelling like dumpster juice. Okay? And this hoe done taught them kids that lame ass healing and thriving song. Girl, I was like, you simple, your man is simple. At this point, Uncle Lump told Ashley, let Josh go. Sheila ain't taking care of herself because she still decided she wanted to be with this raggedy ass nigga and still live under the bridge. Okay? The hoe don't have no self-esteem. She don't have nothing. Okay, and so does her daughter. Okay, they lack self-esteem. Anyway, I would really care about this whole situation with Ashley and Sheila and all of the things, but the way Ashley is and how conniving and simple that bitch is, yeah, I don't give a fuck at this point. Y'all can just get her off my damn screen. Okay, we are at the 10-minute mark. I feel like I've been doing more cursing than talking. So, for the rest of this review, there will be no more cursing. Anyway, Jassy. Everybody's at Wendy and Stacey are at Jassy's house, and they go over there. They wanted to talk about the event that happened. The rest of the ladies are at Angel's house. So it's Angel, Tia, Klarna, whatever that damn girl name is, Kiarna, Giselle, and Ashley. They all meet up at Angel's house. Now, Giselle said anytime they meet up, basically, all they do is talk about Stacey. There we have it. I told y'all, these people met up to do to get, I guess, to ice Stacey out or however they was going to do it. So, looking at it, this is just another opinion I had. This is what Angel wanted all along, to be accepted and to be under the mean girls. And to be under the mean girls. And I just don't understand, why does Stacey live rent-free in all of y'all heads? What exactly has Stacey done to y'all? Not lie about some stupid stuff, some crazy stuff about herself, but what did Stacey do exactly? Like, if somebody can explain that to me, that would be great. And I would be like, okay, you right, she did do that. But exactly, what did Stacey do? Anyway, Stacey don't understand why Kiarna was arguing with her. Stacey said that Kiarna is always trying to have moments with her. She asked the ladies that, and I really do believe that Kiarna has drudged up in her head that she doesn't like you, just like Tia is now doing. I don't understand it. Just like Giselle and what's her name? Ashley. Anyway, Wendy thinks that Stacey is Kay's favorite toy in her toy box, and I can see that. So Giselle tries to take this moment to try to act like, oh, I've been knowing Monique. She didn't know Monique like that, blah blah blah. But now all of a sudden, Ashley feels like Monique needs to know. What is it that Monique needs to know? I don't understand. Stacey said she hung out with Chris. She said she did not sleep with Chris. We can play word games all day, but if this lady says she didn't sleep with him, guess what? This lady didn't sleep with him. It is what it is. If she lying, it's gonna all come out. But for y'all to just make this thing a thing, it makes y'all look crazy. Anyway, Ashley wants Monique to meet with Stacey and Kiarna. Why does she have to meet with Kiarna? Who is Kiarna? Like, why? Why did she even have to be a part of this? It just makes sense that you want somebody from your team to come and be with you with the BS. That's all. Stacey then says she don't know what to do at this point. So Wendy suggests that Stacey meet with Monique. And I feel like Ashley and Wendy must have had a conversation, because they both had a chance to meet with Monique all at the same time. Girl, please. So we see Kiarna's brother. Girl, Kiarna's brother look good. So I'm assuming Greg has asked her to move back in or something, and the mom was like, girl, where's the ring? First of all, Kiarna, I don't even know why you even consider being with him again, but whatever. We've all done it. So it is what it is. And then she said something about Greg was wanting to buy her condo, or something, buy her a condo. And I'm looking at Kiana like, it is not a flex that Greg doesn't want to give you a ring, but he wants to buy you a condo. The fact that you've moved out of his house and the only thing he can offer up is to buy you a condo. And again, I know people think that's a flex, but it's not. Underneath all of that is Greg wanting to have some type of control over Kiana. If I buy this condo, if I'm paying this condo, if I'm doing anything with this condo, I have say so as to what goes on in this condo. Like, I just don't think this is a good idea. I think Greg feels like he's going to act like this is partially his place too. You have moved out of his house and gotten your own place. For him to come back, or y'all, him get y'all a place, or however this shit is going. I said I wasn't going to curse. And I don't know. It just feels like there is a reason that Greg wants to do it. And I feel like it's rooted all in control. He wants to be able to. I like Kiana. I mean, not me. I'm saying Greg. Like, I love Kiana and all of the things. I don't want to commit to her, but I don't want her to go out there and potentially find another man that can actually commit to her. So I'm a breadcrumb her. And again, this is just him breadcrumbing, love bombing. It's I'm sorry. I just don't think that Greg likes Kiana like that. And I feel like Greg isn't deserving of Kiana. I think when it comes to Greg, Kiana can't see past the, okay, she can't see past the, or whatever. I just hate this for Kiana. And I know I have talked a lot of crap about her. Now, the way she operate with the ladies is trash. No, not the ladies, I'm sorry. The way she operate with Stacy is very trash behavior to me. But when it comes to Greg, you act like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. Like you can't see him for his bullshit. Anyway, Wendy is at her house with these heels. And I'm like, Wendy, girl, why do you have on these heels? And why are we, again, having this conversation? I guess her feelings and her emotions are valid as we talk about her dad. But she went out there to Africa. She wanted to see her dad, but her dad said he was too sick. So I don't know if you didn't go to his house or you wanted him to come see you. I don't know, but whatever. Her sister lets her know that, listen, their dad has learned to live his life without them. And you just have to accept it for what it is. So here come Wendy Mama. This lady, again, looks, every time I see this lady, she looks extra light skinned. Okay? And Wendy's mama said that the dad was miserable. And that basically she's happy that both of her daughters are her sponsors. And I'm just looking at this like, girl. And I just want to say this. Dear parents, your children owes you nothing. You brought them into this world. They don't owe you anything. They don't. You raise them to be the best that they can be. You do what, you raise them right. And they don't have to, as parents, when our parents, they take sick and all of the things, yeah, we take care of them. But as far as financially, like, it's your responsibility to take care of you. And maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but your kids don't owe us. Our kids don't owe us anything. They don't. I don't understand. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. This episode annoyed me, y'all. It annoyed me to no end. Ashley, Kiana, Wendy, Stacy, Monique meet up. Monique says she comes in peace, and Ashley and Kiana tells them everything that happened with Stacy, but never said that Sharice called Chris and he cleared it up. Everything was just making, the way they was talking to Monique, their mission was to paint Stacy in a terrible light. So whenever Stacy arrived, she can, I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, whenever Stacy arrives, somehow Monique can have the smoke for Stacy. That's what they were doing. They were setting the scene so Monique can have an issue with Stacy. That's all. So then Wendy came and she really cleared up the other side of things. All right. So and then Wendy also said that Stacy didn't want to have a conversation with Kiarna. Well, Kiarna felt the way, and so she called Stacy out of her name, and it's like, if you don't feel a way, why are you calling this lady out her name? She shouldn't want to talk to you because all you've done was be so accusatory of Stacy, you and everybody else, that no, I don't want to be around you. And I just don't think Stacy's energy for these ladies, I don't know. She just, she takes it in stride. I don't know, because I wouldn't have. So Stacy shows up, and Stacy was like, listen, I only want to just talk to Monique and Wendy. And so Monique was like, well, basically, you can pretty much have this conversation with us. So Kiarna try to make this moment about her. And she was like, well, I'm going to go to the bar. And it's like, girl, nobody's going to kiss your behind to stay at this table. So go ahead and go to the bar. And so we find out that her and Arabella did a spread on a magazine cover. Chris sent her a message and said something about, beautiful. She didn't respond. And Chris, text back and said, oh, so no response. And she didn't text back. And I forgot what else he sent in that text. And she showed it to Monique. Okay? So Wendy and Monique pretty much thinks that somebody else in the group has been talking. And so Wendy just did a lineup. She said she think it was Kiarna because everything really centers around Cookie's fat ass. I think it was Giselle. I think whatever is happening, Giselle may have told Cookie, and Cookie is going around telling Chris. And I also think that, and it could be Kiarna. It could be. And then she thought it could be Angel because Angel said she knew her and her husband knew Chris. It is, and she said she's not gonna rule Stacy out because we know Stacy has lied in the past, in the present, and Stacy's gonna lie in the future. Okay. Monique tells Stacy to be very careful because Chris is messy and he could be, looping her into his mess. And that's all she's saying. Be careful. Monique also says that the co-parenting experience has been awful. And so with them bringing up all this bullshit and all this BS and doing all of this stuff, it could possibly make things worse than what they are. This is where the episode ended, y'all. I am thoroughly disgusted with these ladies. I have been for quite some time. For some reason, I just don't feel the lightheartedness of this show this season. So so far I have, but lately it's the blame Stacy. Y'all, I know I'm not disputing Stacy in any of the things that she lied about. But y'all have to take that out of the equation. We know Stacy has lied. These women have lied on some harsher things that has got people lost jobs, or could have, gotten people caught up in ways that, So all I'm saying is, I know everybody's not a fan of Stacy. I'm just saying it's not the people or not liking Giselle, like take all of that out of the equation. It's the over excessive bullying that I have had a problem with. Like, it has been going on even since last season. It's the over excessive bullying. And these people that they're bringing on to constantly pile on. This is the problem a lot of us have. Anyway, I will come back for more, even more exhausting reviews, and that would be Married to Medicine, y'all. I just I will see y'all in the next one, okay?